Good evening. Next news. Giuliani settles $1.3 billion Dominion defamation lawsuit. The Hill. President Trump's former attorney Rudy Giuliani settled his $1.3 billion lawsuit with Dominion Voting Systems over disseminating a false theory about the 2020 presidential election, according to court documents. Dominion Voting Systems and Giuliani, the former New York City mayor, agreed to the dismissal of Al claims and causes of action asserted in this matter. Below are your comments. To this day, there is no compelling evidence that shows the election results were altered by massive voter fraud, as Trump and his minions have claimed. Even Trump-appointed judges who reviewed the evidence said there wasn't even enough evidence to move the cases forward. Once an individual or company goes to court to seek legal resolution of its claims, they should not be allowed to settle without full disclosure of the terms of a settlement. Once you engage public forums to resolve a dispute, the public has a right to know the outcome of a dispute, whether settled or resolved by the decision of a judge or a jury. Public forums should never be used to affect secret deals. What was overlooked as it relates to Dominion and Smartmatics is that both of these companies are American free market corporations with hundreds if not thousands of employees, who came close to losing their jobs because Donald Trump lost a fair and honest election. And the media company who overtly and deliberately lied about the election is still broadcasting after a $1 billion fine. Trump lost 60+ stolen election cases and still claims that he won. Everything he says now can't be fact-checked with 60 court cases. The lies and exaggerations will flow like water. Don't expect anything resembling the truth coming out of the Oval Office for the next 4 years. Why is he not in jail for crimes against America? In fact, why are so many politicians not in jail for various criminal acts? If it was me or you, we would be in prison for a very long time. Yep, crime pays for the wealthy. Words have consequences, and these guys learned the hard way. There has never been any proof the election was rigged, and yet Trump's minions keep saying it. The lie and all those who participated will be remembered as the moment America moved towards authoritarianism. Trump attempted a coup through a fake electors scheme, yet claimed the other side cheated. Trump got away with the biggest crime in American history. Nobody asked how a former federal prosecutor, NYC mayor and personal attorney for 4 years has hundreds of millions of dollars to settle lawsuits as well as tens of millions in assets. One person, is sitting in prison today for 2020 election tampering. That one person is former Colorado, Mesa County Clerk, Tina Peters, who is a MAGA Christian star. Trump recently has been demanding that she be released, and she'll probably not end up serving her all sentence. However, as of today, she is where she belongs. Last time I checked, not one person, who was involved in any way with rigging that election, who is a Dem, Lib, or even a Rhino, has been charged, much less prosecuted. Not one, even though Trump is president again. That speaks volumes. Giuliani jumped on the Trump train and Trump kicked him off as soon as he was no longer useful. Trump never even paid him for his services, but I bet he would vote for Trump again if he were allowed to run. So many people that have been interviewed said that they don't care what he does or says, they would vote for him again. What is wrong with these people? Trump can flex on the courts to ruin this, but it's sure hilarious seeing the lie being tried in court about the election fraud, and to see how every single time it only ever proved the Republican MAGA folks lied, and not the other way around. I still don't know why people don't call. There's no better name for them. It fits so perfectly. Anything they accuse someone else of doing is something they've done or plan to do. I like that people are held accountable for defamation. It's rarely the case since the defamation doesn't always result in quantifiable damages. However, it's unfortunate when juries award absurd amounts of damages. It's important to proportionally punish this behavior. Another high-profile guy that the Trump used and then discarded when he was through with him. Sad. Why don't these people see that they're next? Sadly, Trump gets to hide behind his presidency for what he did in trying to overturn and sow doubt about the 2020 election. Our president is going to reward this man with a Presidential Medal of Freedom. It's not a new low, but it's pretty awful. The low is awarding one to hate-monger Rush Limbaugh, surprised that Trump has so far ignored posthumous awards to Eugene Connor and George Lincoln Rockwell. Donald Trump only picks the best people. Very tremendous people, the likes of whom have never been seen in history. The damage to Dominion was only one thing. The damage to our democracy, our nation, is quite another, with Rudy's lies and the lies of others. Those should be much more than civil cases but criminal and come with jail time in an El Salvador to RCHER prison. Part of any settlement should include a statement from the accused acknowledging the facts, in this case that Giuliani knowingly made false statements about Dominion rigging the election. Eventually, everyone who has spread malicious lies like Fox and Giuliani gets caught and pays up in a big way. The MyPillow guy also got caught and ruined. Anyone peddling these 2020 stolen election lies deserves whatever eventually happens to them, and that includes Trump. Fox admitted in open court to spreading lies for years, and then agreed to pay more than $750 million for doing that. You can read their court transcripts. And yet, conservatives love Fox. That is all a person needs to know. Somebody spending a lot of money bailing him out? At this point, the people behind True the Vote that led to the 2000 Mules movie have said they have no witnesses or evidence of election fraud. Sidney the Kraken Powell has said she lied about Electio N fraud. Rudy Giuliani admitted he lied, and Ken Chesebro has described the only one person remains that says the vote was stolen, and that is Donald Trump. Anyone that believes the 2020 vote was stolen does so because they want to, because all the facts saw. Why otherwise? And Trump wants to put a medal on this guy. It's perhaps the most on-brand thing he can do. Giuliani and Trump lied about the 2020 election constantly. Both should have paid a lot of money for false accusations. Both should have jailed for their role in January 6th attempted overthrow of the Gov. I think that people should not spread false statements to the public or even among friends. It causes the false statements to be accepted as fact. It can cause severe damage to the person or company you are speaking of. So the consequences of whatever damage you cause to the person or company are yours to bear. So his punishments and fines were deserved. Maybe he can sell his fraudulent Trump medal to pay his penalties, just as he sold his reputation and law license and morals in support of the dictator. That is fair. Sell everything of value for a medal from a guy who should be in jail. While his minions pay the price for lying about the election, the giant Oompa Loompa continues to saw why that the election was stolen. The penguin is not aging well. Release the Epstein files. Please subscribe to my channel. And if you like it, please thumbs up.